View discussion.
Hello! Welcome to the stream.
This
Hello.
Hello
episode
today.
of Umineko is brought to you by the letter F.
F in the chat for fucking
Well,
Canada.
Today's episode of Umineko is brought to you by the nearest porn game on Steam.
Today's episode is brought to you by the letter P.
What?
Yes.
Are you guys just
Oh,
saying
what?
things now?
They're just saying that.
Yes.
God damn it.
I don't know. I mean, like, aren't we always saying something? We do read visual novels.
Technically, in anime in Japan, they do a lot of that.
That's right. I have to fucking. I
What?
have to do the games peg.
What did he
Brought to you
mean?
by-
Gotta ping those gamers.
actually-
So we're late today because I had to go ahead and make an arts contest submission for We Love Fine. Nobody find me. Nobody overhead is gonna blow me.
Okay,
Like,
so hey, Orange, we've discussed something. Should we bring it up right now?
What are we doing, huh?
The discussions.
Time.
the discussion.
The time frame. How long?
Time frame?
I would
Okay,
say,
I'll just say it.
Yeah.
Me and all of us kind of talked about it. I think we want to shorten up the discussions a bit because they go on a little bit too
Oh
long.
yeah.
Oh, did we?
So like we'll try to make sure we'll aim it at like maybe at max. I would say probably an hour, but like try to aim for like a half hour.
No. Hard line. We're cutting it off after a half hour.
Really? All right. I mean, like discussions.
I feel like it depends on what's actually being discussed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it definitely depends on what's going on at the time. If we have a lot to talk about, then I'd be happy to extend it. But for the most part, I'm gonna say that half hour is a pretty good place to cut off, depending on what's going on the story.
Alright, in that case, in like the last minute, say lightning round or something, or give us a heads up the lightning round is gonna happen. So.
Well, here's the thing, right? We also want other people to talk, so we're going to try to let other people talk as well.
Yes.
I've been trying to let other people talk this whole time.
Yeah, most of us don't have much to say.
Have you considered trying?
I am.
We are. We're just making a
Think! Think, Badla,
March
think!
faster, think harder, think smarter,
It feels like I'm
breathe.
the only one. I hate to say this, but at this point, it feels like I'm the only one that's actually using my brain and writing down the notes here.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
actually
Bones
using
using
my
his
brain.
brain.
I'm using my brain. I'm not going to write down notes though because like my attention span's already bad as it is, and I'm not like the fastest hand and like a writer. I'm not a particularly fast writer.
You don't have to necessarily take notes.
Yeah.
You can just be
Also-
like paying
Also,
attention.
in my
Oh,
case, I had real world stuff that
yeah.
I couldn't do it right then and
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
All right, fair enough.
fair enough.
That is also fair.
Also, one thing I
Yeah.
will say with Umineko notes is that I will be putting down as many of the red truths as I can, and B will probably help. Other Fight Club members will probably assist me in putting up red truths and Umineko notes. That way, if there's a red truth you forgot about, you can just go back and Umineko notes
Revisit
and double
it.
check.
Wait, I-
There's something threatening about the phrase "the other Fight Club members."
We are going to
Talk
beat you
about
to
the other
death.
Fight Club members.
Oh,
Hey, come on, guys.
Yes.
First rule.
We're
Hey,
first amateurs versus pros.
hey. First rule of Fight Club, guys.
No, it's you don't talk about what's in Fight Club.
You don't talk about what's in
You don't
Fight
talk about the
Club. However, the Fight
stories
Club's
in
existence can be taught. Orange, why do you always sing over people talking?
Because we're getting into
Is
it.
that this distraction?
Well, this episode of Umineko no Naku Koro ni is brought to you by the letter D for the Dominatrix Debate Club.
Hell yeah.
Man, I want to be part of that.
Umineko is brought to you by Energy Sword Sunday.
Umineko can only be brought by so many things.
Brought to you by Free Penis and
And excuse you, but I think I know our sponsors.
Viewers like you.
Okay, you know, B was on the mark.
Husky
Everybody
women
else is just
available
saying
in your
things.
oblast.
You say
This
things,
episode is brought to you
Thorn.
by my stinky finger.
Yes.
No
With that
way.
being said, Turn of the Witch, a gold suspect.
I'll turn your witch. I'll put her in face down defense position. Anyways, if we're all ready, I'm gonna say things. Rose and the rest returned from the chapel to the parlor in the mansion. So many things had happened since early in the morning. Of course, they were high-strung. Skylar and George, who had cried, raged, and let their emotions explode after seeing their parents' tragic bodies, turned to the parlor and sat on the sofas, dazed, as though everything up until then had been a lie. Only Marie was completely unchanged and looked just like normal. when she wasn't playing pranks, she was basically a kid who played wordlessly by herself. Even if she was dazed, she would probably look just as she did. But then she turned on the TV and flipped through the channels, looked as though nothing about her had changed from normal. Did Rosa think anything in particular about this attitude, which is clearly different from normal people? She looked at Maria's back as though looking at something that wasn't quite heartwarming. Eventually, Kumasawa came to say good morning. Her cheerful manner was clearly out of place, as she couldn't help but be bewildered by the strange atmosphere in the room. Then, when she heard the details from Goda, she reacted loudly, with shock.
Of course, you've contacted the police, right? What should we do in a time like this? What should we do?
Please calm down and listen. Seems a machine somewhere was somehow done in by lightning last night. Because of that, we haven't been able to use the phones.
What? Then, until the typhoon passes, we can't even contact the police.
Maybe Kumasawa's exaggerated surprise is a little comical. Even in this kind of situation, Rosa giggled. Because of that, the fog of confusion that had covered her head cleared up a little.
I've got to stay strong. It's not just Maria. I'm acting as a parent for George-kun and Batman-kun too, so I have to stay strong.
Rose had been the youngest sibling with a large difference in age between her and the others. She had always been treated as a child. Every time she learned something new, it was something obvious to her siblings. And she had built up a complex, being convinced of her own incompetence. She had developed a passive personality, asking her siblings for advice every time something happened. But she no longer had any brothers or sisters. Now Rose was the only one of the 4 Shiremiya siblings left. Furthermore, if Kinzo continued to shut himself away, even in this extraordinary situation, Rose would have to surpass this crisis as the head's representative.
I'm not a child anymore. Not a child.
Rose left her knees lightly and stood up. She must not wait for orders now. She gotta start moving herself. She picked up the receiver of the extension phone on the side table. Then she immediately remembered that the phones were down. Genji and Shan, whom she had sent to see Kinzo, hadn't returned yet. He had a good guess of what was going on. He's probably yelling something nonsensical again and becoming unmanageable. Nah. His precious chapel had been defiled with blood. That was easy to imagine. She had planned on using the extension phone to call the study, but unfortunately the phones were down. Rosa decided to go to the study directly with her own 2 feet. Her old self would have been too frightened to go see Kinzo. And in fact, if she did meet him, she would probably be blamed somehow and insulted. But this was no time to be frightened. As his true daughter, she had to make him aware of the current situation.
Kumasawa-san. I'm going to see Father. Take special care of George-kun and Butler-kun. I'm sure they're on edge right now.
Yes. That might be true. It is truly pitiable. I shall make them something warm to drink.
Thank you.
Rose went out into the hallway and headed towards Kinzo's study. The atmosphere in this mansion, which she'd spent her younger days in, and could have been full of memories, somehow seemed different. She began to climb the stairs into the entrance hall. Just then, in the faint darkness down the stairs behind Rose's back, something glowed. It was a single fluttering gold butterfly. It fluttered around and sparkled. That butterfly danced about without a sound. It was only natural. No one could hear the sound of a butterfly's wings beating. And then it came to a rest on Rose's back. as she slowly climbed the stairs. Rosa didn't notice it. If someone not in the know saw it, they'd probably assume there was a single sheet of gold leaf in the shape of a butterfly that had been stuck there. Without noticing a thing, Rosa continued heading toward Kinzo's study. As she slowly slimed the stairs.
So, how will you entertain me with this next one? There are still many, many pieces left.
In the parlor, which had fallen silent again, the only sound was that of the TV that Maria was watching alone. If there was anything audible besides that, it was the sound of the rain, which had continued on and on since the previous night. Every one of those who had witnessed that unearthly and horrible scene stayed silent, as though praying that the events this morning had all been a dream. Because Kumasawa alone hadn't seen it, her reaction was slightly different. The sound itself seemed more unbearable to her, as she was anxious to encourage everyone somehow. However, she was aware that she must avoid saying anything careless, and she seemed to be pondering how she could be most helpful. Normally, it would be time for breakfast. However, possibly because of something so outrageous had happened, Yoda seemed to have forgotten to prepare a meal. Maybe everyone was so beaten up that they'd forgotten their hunger. Kumasawa wanted to bring up the subject of what they should do for breakfast, but it didn't seem like the right atmosphere, so she really couldn't. But she really was hungry. So she casually made a proposal.
Sorry, was fumbling with the mic. Here we go.
Fine.
It seems everyone is tired after all that has happened. In times like this, I think the best thing to do is to burp loudly into the mic. Eat yourself with some warm black tea.
Indeed. I hate you, Nandro. Indeed, that's an excellent plan. I agree as well.
Oh. Do you not hear that?
No, I heard it.
Okay. How about some delicious black tea with biscuits and jam? Ah, yes, I hear Halloween will be here soon, and we have some delicious-looking pumpkin-shaped cookies on the shelf. Does she not know?
Kumasawa-san, that's...
Of course, she had said the wrong thing. She reminded Battler and the rest about that horrible and tragic Halloween party in the chapel. Nanjo hurriedly whispered into Kumasawa's ear.
Pumpkins.
Son, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. Truly, I didn't.
No, don't worry about it. I'll definitely turn this boiling anger back on the culprit.
Oh, sorry. I wonder if the culprit's still on the island.
Probably. At least until the typhoon passes, no boat will come.
Charlie.
Sorry about that. Oh yeah, I misread the name. My bad. Yes, that is true. After all, the boats stop coming even when it's just a little windy. It certainly wouldn't come during a typhoon, yes. Sorry, that voice is a little... though.
It creeps me out.
You think so, Aniki? Me too. It's even putting aside whether the culprit's that mystery's guest or not. A mystery guest. Nanja.
Indeed. We've naturally suspected the mysterious guest who calls herself Beatrice. But we still cannot be certain if she's the culprit. There is still the possibility that she's a victim whose corpse hasn't been found.
And I think of it that way, there's something I just can't understand.
What do you mean by that? It's simple. Like Kumasawa Bachan said a short while ago. Right now, the town is right in the middle of a typhoon, and escape is impossible. Same thing goes for the culprit. In that case, having the crime come to light should have been the thing that the culprit wanted to avoid the most.
I see! There's no need to draw that creepy magic circle on the entrance of the chapel, and show off the fact that the corpse were there.
Yeah, that's it. And if they were able to take the time and effort to do something so horrible to those 6 people, it should have been possible for them to hide the 6 corpses where they've been impossible to find.
I agree. That brutal Halloween party probably wasn't directed at those who died. It was directed at the people who would eventually discover it. Us. It's probably safe to say the magic circle was there to help us find it.
The culprit knows they won't be able to escape from this island for a while. And yet they acted as though they wanted to make us find the corpses in the middle of this typhoon. What does it mean? If I were the culprit, I definitely wouldn't play around and make us find the bodies.
Beatrice-sama was not in her room, and did not seem particularly disturbed. No, Milady did disturb it quite a lot, though.
I'm gonna think of it. What happened to Jessica?
Canon-san is looking after her. Probably in Milady's room.
That isn't good. The culprit is definitely still on the island. In this situation, I don't believe it's a very good idea to isolate ourselves in small numbers.
What do you mean by that? You don't mean to say that the culprit plans to kill all of us? Did I actually... Was that what I was supposed to do?
Yeah, no, you're doing it.
Let us remain calm. That is not yet certain.
But unfortunately, we can't deny the possibility exists. That letter was in the chapel. According to this, the culprit is the witch. And if we don't solve the riddle of Grandfather's epitaph and find the gold, we'll massacre the whole family. Something like that.
Is that true? Would you like me to read it as well?
Nanja.
For the witch's letter, Goda, Kumasawa, and Nanja's faces are even paler than they had been. Kumasawa can no longer hide her shaking. You don't want to die, then try finding grandfather's hidden gold. Is that it? Screwing around with this. I bet she can't solve the riddle, so she's trying to make us solve it!
However, I wonder what the truth is. Madam always said that the legend of the gold was nothing more than an illusion created by the master. It is half whether it actually existed.
True. Supposedly, they thought it would be nice if it did exist, but only half believed it. Relatives started believing in the legend of the gold only after Kenzo's health worsened, and the inheritance from him came up. Until then, hardly anyone believed in it, I understand.
Oh, so maybe that's why. Do you remember? On the table in the chapel, there were 3 gold ingots. That alone would be worth quite a lot. Doesn't that prove that the legend of the gold was real?
Excuse me, please wait. Just now, did you say there were 3 gold bars?
Yeah, there were definitely 3 of them piled up. So what?
I happened to hear Kraus-sama say something once. Yes, I just happened to hear it, you see. It's not like I was trying to listen on secret discussions. No, indeed.
Granny, who you fooling?
Don't worry about that now. So then what? Something wrong with there being 3 of those gold bars?
Yes. According to Kraus-sama, there was only 1 bar ever found to support the legend of the guild.
Gold?
That is correct. I believe Kenzo-san showed the president of Marusa a mountain of gold and let him take 1 bar back with him. Or so the story goes.
Alright, my brother came in. That 1 bar came to be in Kraus-sama's possession. And he said that no other gold supporting the master's legend of the gold existed.
You talking about Uncle Kraus here? What does that mean? No, wait. 3? Wait. Where do they come from? That's too many, right?
Perhaps there is another explanation. Maybe the other relative...
Oh man, he's so hard to do sometimes.
Maybe the other relatives also found 1 each. And they each brought 1 of them there.
No! I cannot believe that! While the relatives came to the mansion, I was entrusted with their luggage. I didn't feel a suspicious weight back then.
I think those would weigh about 10 kilograms. If that much weight was in their bags, even I would notice. But it didn't seem that way.
Same here. The most, there was some change of clothes, a first aid kit, and Kyrie-san's makeup. Stuff like that, I think. Aaron Rose's luggage will also look pretty light.
In that case, those 3 piled up gold bars are being shown to them. Or maybe to us. The legend of the gold is definitely real. It isn't an illusion. They're trying to tell us to try and find out the secret, if we can.
Could they be scheming to have us solve the epitaph, which points to where the gold is hidden, and then try to snatch it away?
Yeah, that does make some sense. There are a couple parts that don't fit. To start, our parents should be the most likely to solve the epitaph or kill first. Seems to create a contradiction right off the bat to me. Something else makes even less sense. Legend of the gold is actually true. How were you able to pile up all that gold? Almost like a culprit's already found the gold. Telling us to try and find it too.
Maybe the culprit found those 3 like Uncle Kraus did. Maybe that convinced them that the legend is true, and they're trying to make us search for the rest. I think that way fits best.
The pieces on the chessboard aren't lined up at all. We don't have a clue what the culprit is planning, what they want, or what they want us to make us do. Is there any point? Or what we think, is there anything we can figure out right now?
Huh?
Nope.
Ah, yeah, it's understandable.
And say what? Oh, whoop,
Right.
Evil
sorry,
girl on
no,
set.
Sorry, I was taking notes.
It's fine.
What's that? Okay, did you just say little girl on set?
Yes,
Evil
we
girl
require
on
a
set.
small child on set.
I'm not a small sassy child.
That one is.
That's what I meant, of course.
She's not sassy, she's fugly.
I said evil, but whatever.
I don't think she's fugly.
Not for this silliness. For the gremlin laugh.
Eh.
It was written down. What she wanted to make us do. Couldn't anyone read it?
He suddenly laughed in a creepy-ass voice. She'd been concentrating on the TV, but apparently she'd been listening in, too. Not turning away from the TV, she very simply told us what we were forgetting.
Beatrice hasn't said once that she wants the gold. All she's asking is whether you're all capable of solving the epitaph's riddle or not. So I'll bet she's pretty sure you could never do it.
So you're saying that you can solve it, Maria?
I don't care. After all, she'll take me to the Golden Land. So I won't get in Beatrice's way. Ow!
In any case, looks like we'll have to ask Maria if we want to learn anything more. Maria, tell us. Who is this Beatrice? What is she planning?
Beatrice is a witch. Keep telling you that, but you won't listen, you fucking idiot. She can do anything with her powers. The power of magic can do anything. It can even create gold or bread. And of course, it can create sweet things too, right? You saw, didn't you?
You are needed on set, Georgia.
Sure.
I mean, I did the noise.
No. This time everyone jumped at the sound of the door being slammed shut. Turned around, we saw that Rosa had suddenly returned, bringing Genji and Shannon. Then she rapidly approached Maria, her heel squeaking, and hit her on the cheek.
Oh shit, we went back to child abuse like that.
This time it's based.
Wow.
Maybe we shouldn't call child abuse based.
Abusing children's actually pretty cringe.
Reported back to you, man.
I don't know, man. It's pretty based though.
Mein Gott. Stop talking about that. Battler-kun and the rest will take it badly.
Without waiting for a response, she hit Maria's cheek once more. Everyone could only stand there, stunned.
I don't know what "ooh" means. What about yes?
She mercilessly hit Maria's cheek again. And Maria didn't feel like resisting after being hit twice. She weakly said yes.
Rosa, son, there is no reason to be so harsh.
This is my daughter's education. Do not interrupt, you fat fuck.
Yeah, I don't think she'd go that far. It must be around Rosa with Genji and Genji and Shannon standing at attention behind her was somehow cold and yet dignified. Completely different from how she'd seen before she left. Holding something that looked like a gun. I couldn't imagine that she would have been holding a toy in this situation.
Rosa, what is...
Hey! Now she's got it.
Now she has the gun.
That is a dangerous, dangerous weapon in Rosa's hands.
Why she just shoots Maria instantly?
I don't think this woman is stable.
Dude, now she's packing.
Oh god.
It's too. What were you gonna do? Take it from her?
Hell
She's
no.
packing heat.
Oh my god.
Everybody get down.
I don't think she's emotionally stable enough for me to take the gun from her.
That's basically a char face.
Weak, dog.
Have you tried
imagine
using
if
the
like
word
the gun
please?
like ironed stuff out?
It looks like she's just a normal other character wearing a wig and holding a fucking gun.
Well, her original sprite isn't that bad.
Umineko has definitely contributed a lot to my love of lever action rifles.
There's also
That one I'm actually okay with.
Rosa's probably one of the few in the pachinko sprites that look alright.
It's got that cool sawed-off shit too, so you can one-hand it even harder. Ignore the fact that she's holding it with both hands.
They all do.
It just helps to have more stability.
You think Rosa can do the fucking thing where you cock it with one hand by spinning it around?
I don't know. Let's test it on Maria right now.
Oh no!
Why are you
stop abusing the child? Jesus Christ!
Okay.
This is Father's. Because of the current situation, I borrowed it specially. Everyone should understand.
The culprit is still nearby. We don't know what might happen.
I agree. Rather than trying to figure out what the culprit is planning, it might be better to first think about our own safety.
Father was fine, but he was considerably shaken by these sudden events. Fortunately, he said he won't leave his room, so he should be safe. For now, we should all try to stay together as much as possible.
I agree. Don't even know what the culprit's hiding. Where the culprit's hiding. And, after all, there's no proof that there's only one of them. As I said it to myself, I shivered. That's right. Could a single person kill 6 people and set up such a horrible scene all alone? Is it natural to assume that this crime was carried out by multiple culprits?
I agree with Rosa-san. It probably is good for us to stay together.
Chili.
Yes, I think it's good too. Yes. Yes.
Maybe it's about time we call for my lady in cannon, son.
That's right. Let's have them come down.
Yordaniki tried to grab the extension phone, but Goda-san shook his head. That's right. The phones are down right now, aren't they? I'll go with a couple of people. Yordaniki and Goda-san come too, that should be enough.
No. Let's all go together. It's a wolves and sheep puzzle. If we're in balance while gathered together like this, then maintaining the situation will be safest.
Wolves and sheep puzzle?
Is that anything like the fox and the chicken puzzle?
It might be, I think.
I think it's that general crossing the river puzzle.
What did they do to cross the road? Sorry, move on.
Oh. I got it. I'll show you.
Maria, turn off the television. Genji-san. Please tell me where Jessica-chan's room is. Let's all go together.
Yes. I will guide you.
Come on, everyone. We'll move together. Follow my instructions.
We stood up. Hilda looked like she had some regrets about the TV, but she decided to go along with everyone for now and got up.
Shannon, thank goodness. I was a bit worried when you took so long to get back.
I am sorry to have worried you. The master ordered me to transcribe something for him.
Transcribe?
Shut up.
I am sorry. Excuse me.
That didn't feel good.
We headed for Jessica's room, with the armed Aunt Rosa and Genji-san in the lead. Jessica and Kanekun were a boy and girl of about the same age. Should be a shame if we barged into them at a bad time. This is what we'd be joking about normally. However, Aunt Rosa was on the edge, constantly exuding a sense of tension. Definitely wasn't the sort of atmosphere for careless remarks like that.
Hey, don't fall behind. Everyone move together. We don't know when or where the culprit might leap out at us, right?
No, maybe Aunt Rosa's attitude was more appropriate. His grandfather hadn't come down, Aunt Rosa was our leader. It was a situation where she could smile like she always did. And Aunt Rosa was a mother too. Yeah. She probably also thought that, if she didn't get a hold of herself, if some harm might befall her beloved daughter. Beloved. The culprit had killed 6 of our parents at once. The method they had used was unknown, but there was a good chance the opponent could take down a large number of people in a flash. That be with weapons or with numbers. With the magic of a witch. In any case, I couldn't think of any reason why it'd be okay to let our guards down. The rest of us had better take much, much greater care. Just like Aunt Rosa.
Everyone stop.
Aunt Rosa spoke in a sharp voice. When all this was all about, we peered forward. And immediately realized the reason.
What is this?
Nothing I got
Hey,
detected
hold on a
on the
sec.
mic. Oh. That didn't get detected on the mic.
It didn't?
Yeah, I heard like a brief. Neither did that.
It's like a squeak.
Okay, let me try that again.
Neither did that.
Just do like a light, like,
It's
eep.
probably the noise.
It sounds like when a dog has a dream.
Oh man. Thanks a lot, Twitch.
Just scored. Yeah. Orin?
Go now.
Oh, sorry.
Orin.
Everyone get back!
Go-san and Genji-san approached the door. Beyond the door was probably Jessica's room.
Seems to be the same paint that was scribbled on the door to the chapel.
It appears so. It seems not much time has passed since it was drawn.
What the heck? The magic circle?
It's the first magic circle of the moon. It has the power to open unopening doors.
Drawn on the door to Jessica's room was the same kind of creepy scribble that had been drawn on the door to the chapel. That strange pattern must have had some occult meaning. It didn't matter what it meant, what the meaning was. Worried about whether those two were okay.
That doesn't matter. Are Jessica-chan and Kennen safe?
This did not bode well. We should quickly bring those two downstairs.
Milady! Milady! Are you there? Please answer!
Go-san knocked violently and yelled, but there was no answer. Gripped the doorknob with a clatter, but the lock just resisted him.
Rosa someone. It seems to be locked.
There's no helping it. Please open it up.
Genji nodded and Goto quickly unlocked the door with the master key. Back in my mind, horrible images floated up and disappeared, one after another. A magic circle had been drawn on the door to the chapel. But behind that lay 6 corpses. The magic circle drawn on the door to Jessica's room, then beyond it must be...
Jessica-sama!
What happened? Is she there?
Jessica! What happened? It was truly heartless. Wait, what? There's a typo.
Go up. Read the last two words.
Oh, corpses is spelled wrong.
Compresses.
Found a typo.
Coppersus.
Expression on Goto-san's face and his cry as he opened the door. It was for the brutal fate that Jessica had met before we even saw her. Everyone rushed in Jessica's room at once. That scene told everyone that the worst fears were spot on. Jessica!
Oh, horrible. Dr. Nanjo.
The room, which seemed elegant for the bedroom of one so young. Jessica lay crumpled on the ground. There's a large pool of blood on the floor. There's a knife or something sticking deep into her back. Was it a knife? It's on the handle that just had to symbolize something demonic. Had to be a weapon with some kind of occult meaning.
This is horrible. She has passed away. It's probably reached her lungs.
Did that not pick up?
Oh, no, you got it.
Not much time has passed since she died.
Jessica! Damn it! Damn it!
Butler-sama.
I was naive! I knew it! Culprit didn't escape the island, they were definitely close by. So I didn't get cautious. Why didn't I get cautious sooner? I was naive! Assume that the culprit would commit their crime and then just sneak away and hide.
We were stunned then. We thought Jessica John giving into a rage and running off was just something that couldn't be helped. But we were naive. We should have stopped her.
Goto-san, why did you leave those two alone? If only you had been with them, something like this.
No, that is. I said it was dangerous, so we should return. Just that my lady said that she wanted to be alone. Canon-san told me to leave it to him, and. Speaking of which, where is Canon-san?
Oh yeah, here.
That's right.
So yeah, we should probably show this.
Oh yeah, that's right. So,
By the way, I want to make a quick note. This is actually weaker than the original and Steam sprites because they actually show a gash in their stomach instead of like just splatting some blood.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh man.
You mentioned something about this before.
So for the record, here is the flavor text for all of these. Welcome, Maria. Happy Halloween. See, didn't I tell you? Bellies are full of candy. At the very end, she got to be with the person she loved. She must have been happy. Everyone has a belly that's filled with sweet dreams. A belly can never be full of disgusting things. But I want it to be simple and sweet like candy. This dreamland is for you. Happy Halloween. There's a lot of order because of the Jessica thing, but yeah.
What about Canon?
Canon is missing. The witch erased his corpse for fun. That alone threw them into chaos. The human world is what it is. What is. And is undoubtedly fantasy. Fantasy depicts what they themselves fear.
That's fucked up, man.
That's right. What in the world happened to Cannon Gun?
Canon-kun. Where?
Canon-san should have been with Milady! Where in the world did he go?
You don't think they got him?
Quiet. Someone might be hiding in this room. Search under the bed and in the closet.
The chance that Canon-kun's core has been pushed away somewhere. Rosan's ordered everyone to search for the room together. There wasn't a single human hiding anywhere. He's nowhere! Could the culprit have taken him out of the room? We'll have to search for him quickly and save him! Or so something awful might happen. On Rosa, let's search all over the mansion! Search for the culprit! Let's save Canon-kun!
Quiet!
When Rosa yelled at us, we fell instantly silent. She's probably contemplating something. However, what in the world could that be? Rosa walked around the room as though looking for something, or as though she was collecting her thoughts. Then she found something on the side table by the bed and picked it up.
If anyone knows, tell me. Which key is this?
Rosa showed everyone a key with a cute mascot attached to it. And from its cute appearance, I didn't doubt that it was Jessica's key. But I had no way of knowing for sure.
It's probably the key to this room. To Milady's room.
After hearing that, Aunt Rosa made a point of going outside the door and checking. Without a doubt, it was the key to this room.
I wonder why it was set in a place like this. Wouldn't you normally keep such an important key in your pocket?
Milady wasn't in the habit of locking her room. It seems she would only do it when she went to school. Because she didn't want someone like Krausama to look inside her room.
That is a very common fear. I see. She wasn't at school, so it's natural that Jessica-chan would set the key down here. How many keys can open this door?
Jelly.
Hi.
Hey there, Chill.
You good, Chief?
Might need to get a. Oh.
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 No.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Okay,
No,
we can
no.
hear you now. I fixed it.
Sorry about that. I have to bring it up again. Just like the one Milady had.
Can't it be opened with your master keys? You literally just used it to open the door.
They can't open it.
See how hard was that? How many master keys are there? Are all the servants holding them? Are there extras?
Yes, we all have one. As for the extras, I wonder.
There used to be several, but Madame scolded us harshly, saying that it was careless, so they should have been dealt with.
That is correct. There is only one held by each servant. there are no more.
Wait a sec. You talked about extra master keys in the last game, right?
Indeed. Well, regarding that, I have noticed that having several master keys whose locations are unknown is quite disadvantageous for me.
That's probably right. Since you want to make me believe in magic using closed rooms, it'll really hurt you if there were more master keys than we thought. After all, every time a trick involving locks show up, I plan to resist by arguing that the culprit had a master key that someone lost in the past, or a duplicate.
Yes, that's correct. So I've decided to make a move to defeat that. I'll update our setting. The only master keys are the ones held by the servants. 1 key each.
Shelly, help my...
Made it messing with me. More importantly, what kind of move is this? What's Aunt Rosa talking about?
Who knows? You should try listening in. You might learn something. Thank you. I have the situation sorted out. And I've been able to pinpoint the culprit who assaulted Jessica-chan, or at least one of their accomplices.
What'd you say? Who is it?
Aunt Rosa, you don't mean Cannon Gun, do you?
Huh? What? Why Cannon-kun?
This room was locked. And the only keys that can unlock it are the master keys held by each servant and the key Jessica had. But Jessica-chan's key was closed up in here.
I'm assuming note-taking.
Which means it's only possible that one of the master keys locked up this room.
It is as you say.
In that case, someone killed Jessica, then locked the door. That person had a master key. And there are only 5 people with master keys.
Shelly.
Oh. Maybe I can figure out what's wrong with this microphone. It keeps doing this. But it's the best microphone I have, so...
Is there a chance you could always just, like, grab a new one or something?
Oh my... It wasn't me! Not me! No, I couldn't never do such a thing. I mean, really? You figure me, this old woman, stabbing people?
Kumasawa-san got up late. After we returned from chapel to the parlor, we did meet you there. But it's impossible to prove where you were and what you were doing until that time. You watched us from the shadows, chased after Jessica-chan and Cannon-kun while they were isolated, and stealthily attacked them. She's actually accusing an old lady of murder!
Yeah, charming old lady. I couldn't do any of that stupid shit.
I have a sawed-off shotgun that says otherwise.
Alright, I'll say the line. I just thought that was a replace.
That is a lever-action rifle, by the way. It's not a shotgun.
Are you saying that I visited Milady's room and did something so horrible? I did no such thing. Gracious, no such thing.
What about you, Goda-san? You said you left Jessica-chan in Kanon-kun's care and returned. But I wonder if that's true. Maybe you actually killed the two of them, hid Kanon-kun's corpse, and then came back with an innocent look on your face.
Nothing of the sort happened! I swear that I did not use anything like that!
Your word means nothing against the barrel of a gun.
It wasn't us. We were following the master's orders and...
Yes. You and Genji-san alone are clean. That's backed up from what I heard from Father. The two of you were in Father's room the whole time, transcribing and witnessing for him. Father and I can guarantee that.
Thank you very much.
In that case, the argument becomes who is more suspicious, Goda-san or Kumasawa-san. I thought that myself right after entering this room. But still, I found it strange. Look at the state of Jessica-chan's body. Doesn't everyone think it's strange?
Strange, you say?
Jessica-chan was struck in the back. Come on, they say it all the time, right? That in crimes where the victim is struck in the back, there's a high likelihood that the culprit was someone whose face was known to the victim. She definitely wouldn't invite the person she didn't trust into her room and defensively expose her. I didn't get to finish reading that line.
Oopsies.
And I didn't get to read Shannon's at that point.
And definitely expose her back.
Rose-sama, you don't mean to say that was Kanon-kun, do you?
I do. We're all fully aware of the state Jessica-chan was in right before she was killed. After seeing her parents' tragic bodies, Jessica-chan was very panicked. It's easy to imagine that after she regained her composure, she'd be in a horrible slump. It would be very understandable if Jessica's frame of mind led her to shut herself up alone in a room. And if those particulars match with Goda-san's story.
This is still
Jessica-san. I know, sorry. Jessica-san said to leave her alone. Jessica-chan said to leave her alone. Then Kanon-kun, with sort of similar age, who may have some adolescent relationship with her, said to leave this matter in his hands. That feeling is also very understandable. So for that reason, I think Jessica-chan welcomed Kanon-kun into her room. But what if it had been Goda-san or Kumasawa-san? Would she have let them into her room?
I believe that I have gained my lady's trust. But even so...
Oh, then I guess you're still a suspect after all, Goda-san. I assume Jessica-chan probably didn't like you very much, so I didn't think she would have let you into her room. I was convinced that you couldn't possibly be the culprit, but maybe I was mistaken.
No, I am sad to say that I may not have been accepted by my lady. What about you, Kumasawa-san?
Sting. Hello.
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh. We are far too separated by age to understand the feelings of a young person like the lady very well. And for the same reason, perhaps the lady never opened up her heart to us. The heart, Norman! Attack the heart! Right?
I believe Kumasawa was a Green Goblin.
Is that a bit or?
Oh, you didn't recognize it?
I did.
Talking about
No.
Spider-Man or something?
Yes, Spider-Man.
Oh, okay, it was a Spider-Man thing. Wow, it's been forever.
I said hard sounded like Defoe, so it was a dumb joke that didn't work.
Only Defoe can sound like Defoe, man.
Anyway.
I said the line.
Right,
Orange?
Kata-san? Yes, that's right! It would have been quite difficult for her to open her heart to the likes of us. And it would be inconceivable for my lady to let us into a room while she was grieving. Goto-san and Kumasawa Bachan each rubbed their hands together, affirming each other with forced smiles on their faces. It was a truly unpleasant rondo.
Ugh. So, it was a person who might be allowed to enter Jessica-chan's room while she was grieving. A person who might have been given access to her defenseless back. And who had a master key. That only points to one suspect. It was impossible for anyone except Canon-kun.
But please, wait! Canon-kun definitely wouldn't do something like...
Oh, then is there someone else? Rosevich, put the gun down? Is Goto-san or Kumasawa-san suspicious after all? Who do you think is more suspicious, Shannon-chan? Come on.
I could never...
It wasn't me, Sharon-san. Yes, it was not me.
Of course it wasn't me either. The ones who had close relationship to Milady were Canon-san, and after him, you, right?
Motherfucker passing the buck. Yeah, isn't that right? Jessica-chan might also let Shannon-chan into her room. You were supposedly with Father. But in reality, you could be the culprit.
Shannon couldn't be the culprit.
There we go.
Didn't you just say she was doing some important work with Grandfather?
Yes, I know. Neither Shannon-chan nor Genji-san is the culprit. Father confirmed that they were together the whole time. Well then, what do you think, everyone?
Being told that, no one could respond. Even if someone did manage to argue back, then they'd have to offer the name of a different suspect. No matter who the suspect was, there has to be someone right here. No one else could have done something like that. And I just glanced at everyone in turn, fingering the gun like it was a toy. Different from the kind not Rosa I knew. No. Probably because I'm not fully aware of the danger we're in. Maybe Aunt Rosa's attitude would seem natural if I could truly sense the peril surrounding us.
It looks like no one has an opinion. Then I'll give you mine. Of course, I can't deny the possibility that Canon-kun's the victim without a corpse. But until we find that corpse, I certainly can't rule Canon-kun out as a suspect. There's a chance he'll suddenly appear again.
claiming to have been attacked by the culprit confined somewhere. But take care. Most likely, no. There's no doubt about it. Canon-kun killed Jessica Chan.
No way.
I can't believe it. Canon did that to Milady. That's too much.
I feel the same way as Shannon. I'm opposed to labeling Canon-kun as the culprit.
Then is the culprit Goda-san or Kumasawa-san? Tell me who's more suspicious.
Of us at the same time.
Alright, I'm ready.
Alright. So,
You want to do...
Okay, so
Give
this,
it on
so
a
look, this is how
one,
it's going to
and
work.
Tier 1?
You're gonna start right before me, and then I'm gonna wait a click, and then I'm gonna go. Okay?
Should I count down?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
It wasn't us!
Oh, sure, you two can do it on perfect, but when Joshi and I try, my computer fucks up! Oh,
It's the rules of nature.
Like the trick was that, you know, they were both stammering on the eye, so whoever did it first had to hold the eye long enough to make it so we could get to the bridge.
Now everyone is satisfied.
I'm fucking not!
Except Gon.
Rosa, please.
Man, that irks.
You'll get another chances.
Hope so. If it wasn't Canon-kun, then who could have locked this door? How about it, Shannon-chan? George-kun? Huh? 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 Huh?
Oh no, as it closed in on Shannon and George Anarchy, laughing unpleasantly. Of course, they couldn't say anything back. I want to believe in Canon-kun. But if they did, they'd have to suspect the other servants. The simplest culprit was the mystery guest, Beatrice. But she was nothing more than a guest and didn't have a master key. So if Beatrice is the culprit, despite lacking a master key, we have to accept the argument that she really is a witch who locked the door with the power of magic. That's a dirty argument. Dirty. So dirty.
What are you worried about? Make it my fault. You can just make it the fault of the 19th person, the mystery guest, right? If you do, you won't have to watch this ugly battle of humans blaming each other, right?
So then what? Culprit's the 19th person. The guest, Beatrice. The witch, so she could lock the door without a key using magic. You tell me to accept that? Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Hold on a second.
In the last game, I learned all your weak points, boy. So, what will you do? What will you do? You said you definitely wouldn't accept me, right? Then, you can use Canon as the perfect sacrifice he is. Canon killed Jessica. If you support Rose's theory, everything is settled here, right? Tell me it is. Canon is already dead. There should be no need to show concern for the dead. And
You won't have to suspect anyone in this room. It also saves Barbie Doll from going ahead and shooting someone else's head off.
Damn it! Kuso! I won't accept you! Mechanicum being the culprit. It's impossible!
I'm having too much fun.
I don't want to suspect anyone. However, at times, there is no smoke without fire. Turns out to be true. Anyway, you can never be too cautious.
Dr. Nanjo. What do you mean by that?
Please do not misunderstand. I do not wish to label Cannon-san as the culprit. However, until we understand the situation, there is a possibility he is the culprit. And I believe thinking that way is safer.
John.
You good?
You having mic issues again?
The mic issues.
Jeez.
Please. Hello?
Yep.
There you go.
Oh. Yes, that's right. You cannot be too cautious.
Consensus certainly didn't seem to find fault with Nanjo for what he said. True, no one actually thought Cannon was the culprit. Unless they suspected him, they'd have to suspect one of the servants here. We didn't want to do that. We didn't want to suspect. We didn't want to be suspected.
That's correct. We cannot be too vigilant. I take it no one objects to that. Right. Understand? There is a very high likelihood that these murders are connected to Father's Legend of the Gold. That means the crime must have been plotted by someone who wants to keep a vast amount of gold worth several 10 billion yen all for themselves. With that kind of money, you could play around for the rest of your life in any country. And with a motivation like that, they might even intend to kill all of us.
Aww.
Because she didn't have a master key, the 19th person. The guest Beatrice is removed from suspicion for the murder of Jessica-chan alone. But we cannot conclude that she's unrelated to the crime. After all, it's a vast amount of gold we're talking about. And we can't deny the possibility that there are multiple culprits. Right now, one of the people here among us might have been bought by the culprit.
As Aunt Rosa yelled, she looked around. She looked all around, her gun still raised. Don't believe anyone. Suspect the person next to you. That's what she was saying. But no one wanted us to suspect. They want to suspect anyone here. The weakness in their hearts demanded an answer from those not present.
There are only two ways you can be sure someone isn't a suspect. If it's yourself, or if they're already no more than a corpse. The same goes for Canon-kun. Until we catch sight of this corpse, he is the most likely suspect in Jessica-chan's murder. So take care. Even if he's still alive, even if he smooths things over with some explanation, you definitely mustn't trust him. Got it?
No one gave an answer of their own initiative. However, those who met Aunt Rosa's eyes did nod their heads. Humans are beings who live by molding themselves to fit society. In other words, from the time they're born, trusting each other is genetically imprinted on them. It's unpleasant to go against that. They never want to suspect someone. But if they're forced to suspect someone, they find it safe to choose someone who isn't present at the moment. For the purpose of safety and nothing more, they half-heartedly chose Canon to be the sacrifice. Ridiculous. Definitely want to believe that Canon-kun is the culprit. I heard it from George Aniki just now. I don't know whether were those two close in age. They also had that kind of adolescent relationship Aunt Rosa had mentioned. May have been a little late now, but yeah. They really did have that kind of air about them. But after seeing her parents' tragic corpses, Jessica bearing deep wounds in her heart, would only have trusted Canon-kun. So it was very easy to imagine. That's why I don't like it! Canon-kun was the only one she trusted! So she wouldn't have let anyone but Canon-kun in. So Canon-kun was the only one who could have killed Jessica? I just can't accept that kind of argument!
Understand? Even if Canon-kun appears, don't let your guards down. As long as we cannot prove Canon-kun's innocence, we will assume that Canon-kun is the culprit who killed Jessica-chan.
That was Aunt Rosa's claim. By using the vague word assume, she managed to convince everyone in the end. Everyone nodded weakly. And with the excuse that they were just assuming that for the time being, they concluded that Canon was the culprit who had killed Jessica. I wonder what the dead Jessica and Canon would think if they could hear this exchange.
Oh.
Jessica was crying. She was crying to the chest of the person who had put his life on the line to fight for her, Canon. It was frustrating. So frustrating that it felt like her chest would explode. She grieved and resented how far the dignity of the dead had been trampled.
How can those guys treat Canon-kun like the culprit? What is wrong with you fuckers?
Because there's no corpse.
How can they treat you like the culprit just because there's no corpse? You risked your life to fight for me, right? And at which you erased the corpse for fun. For them to call you the culprit after that, that's horrible! It's too horrible!
It's okay. I wasn't able to protect you in the end. But I was able to be of use to you in our final moment.
Why doesn't everyone understand that? Stop it, Aunt Rosa! Don't call Canon-kun the culprit with that messed up logic of yours!
She isn't saying I'm the culprit. She's just saying I'm suspicious. No, she's saying to be careful.
She is saying it.
These people are saying you're the culprit so they can stop thinking. They aren't thinking about who the culprit who killed me is anymore. They aren't thinking of the possibility that you are the culprit. And after this, every time something happens, use the excuse the cannon gun did it since we don't know where he is. I can't stand that!
It's okay. At least you know the truth.
If only I know the truth. That's pointless. Pointless! I know it after dying. Truth belongs to living humans. If the truth doesn't remain, the dead won't be rewarded. They won't know what Ganon couldn't risk his life for. Ugh.
Truly a splendid sight. Ah. You hardly ever find a sweeter honey than Laments of the Dead. Lament, lament. No matter how much you lament, the voices of the dead never reach the living.
Damn it! Oh! It doesn't matter who! Hear my voice! Someone! Cannon-kun isn't the culprit! Cannon-kun corpse was just raised! Come on, please! Why? Why don't you understand that?
Milady.
I can't stand this. It's too sad. I hate it. This way, it's like Cannon who died for nothing, right? The honor of the dead means nothing unless it's acknowledged by the living. It doesn't matter who. Notice it. Notice it. Please. Cannon-kun isn't the culprit. Don't go! Don't go, everyone! Please, don't let it end like this. Don't go! Don't go! Don't go! Please don't go!
Rose announced that this room would be sealed until the police came. The rest didn't want to suspect each other, so they happily accepted that. But now they accepted that Cannon was the culprit. And imagining how much disgrace they gave to the dead, they accepted it.
Milady, you've done enough. Thank you.
Please, don't go! Don't go, everyone! I'm begging you, come back! Don't leave us behind like this! Don't keep treating Cannon good as the culprit!
It won't reach. The laments of the dead never reached. You make me laugh. Yes, that face of yours makes me laugh. Did you think your voice could reach them?
It won't reach, will it, Jessica?
It's all useless.
Battler-kun, did you say something?
Yeah. It's useless. It's all useless. As everyone was about to leave the room, Ella stood alone with his led back to them, still looking down at Jessica's corpse.
What do you mean, it's all useless? Do you have some objection?
I agree that we've got to stay on our guards. But sorry, I'm not buying all that about Cannon-kun being the culprit.
Oh. This has got a little more interesting. So you're speaking up at a time like this? If Cannon-kun wasn't the culprit, and it wasn't my doing, how do you explain this closed room that Jessica's room has become?
To be honest, I don't even have a clue at this point.
What?
Seriously, why'd I have to go and say it's all useless? Guess I better take responsibility for my own words. I'm empty hand with zero weapons to argue with. I'm not gonna sit around on the sidelines anymore, Beatrice.
Battler-sama.
Is there some proof that Cannon-kun isn't the culprit?
The person that rose to those two faces was definitely one of anticipation. They want to believe that Cannon was the culprit. They really believed in Cannon. They were expectant because they wanted me to strengthen their belief in him even more.
Then Battler-kun, which of the other servants do you suspect? Goda-san? Is it Kumasawa-san?
Quit it out, Noza. Another person called Kumasawa Bachan, well, something slack off on the job. She always make things fun for people, meh. Even if her eyes were dazzled by money, she isn't the kind of person who'd kill for it.
Adler-sama.
And I just met Goda-san yesterday. Honestly, I still don't really understand him. There's something I do understand. I've never seen anyone who cooks as happily as he does. He's the same. The same as Kumasawa Bachan. Goda-san likes to make people happy. A person like that could kill those who praise his own food as delicious, even if money was piled up in front of him.
Then who do you think killed Jessica Chot, Battler-kun? Who do you think shut Jessica up in a room that could only be locked by a master key?
Wait. Before I argue about that, I think I want to make clear. I don't want to talk about it. If so-and-so is not the culprit, then so-and-so must be the culprit. I'm talking about it's completely impossible for Cannon-kun to be guilty.
You say you can prove that Cannon isn't the culprit? How?
It's actually simple. Something I almost overlooked. Beato! Repeat it! If you could say it, try saying it. Cannon-kun had a master key on him.
Huh.
Cannon-kun... Oh.
Cannon-kun doesn't have a master key on him? How could you possibly know that?
A short while ago, I heard from Goda-san about what happened. About how Jessica went to raid the VIP room. But right before she and Cannon-kun went off on their own. Goda-san did a good job remembering it. You protected Cannon's honor.
I did.
I heard him say the same thing. But I don't really understand. Could you explain it, Battler-kun?
That's right. Jessica locked the VIP room. She borrowed the key from Cannon-kun, but didn't give it back. So Cannon-kun doesn't have a master key on him.
I'm ready to kick your ass. Is that really so? True, Goda has no reflection of the Master Key being returned to canon. However, she might have returned it when Goda wasn't looking. Ever considered that? How does that prove it definitely didn't happen? Hmm? If you could just search the pocket of Canon's corpse, you'd be able to say for sure. But you can't! It's impossible to prove!
It's all useless. It's actually pretty simple, isn't it?
No way. So you're saying that's why Canon-kun didn't have a key on him?
Yeah. And to prove it, all you have to do is search Jessica. Canon-kun's master key should be in Jessica's pocket. Dr. Nanjo, would you check for us?
Indeed.
Now to Jessica and searched her in her back pocket. Everyone was expectant. Please, be there.
Here it is. Is this it?
Yes. That is the master key. Without a doubt.
At Genji's statement, there was a small ooh of joyful voices. That's Canon-kun's master key. I'll say it again. Canon-kun doesn't have a master key on him. There's no way he could have locked the door.
It certainly does appear that way. But Canon-kun was the last person to meet Jessica-chan. The fact that he's suspicious hasn't changed.
Let's give this stuff a rest.
Huh?
Fundamentally, humans are supposed to be creatures that trust each other. But because we live in a tough world, we learn how to be deeply suspicious. So we suspect everything. We're sad creatures. I won't deny that that's our nature. But the one thing I won't let you do is reach conclusions without proof. If someone looks suspicious, it doesn't make them guilty. It makes them innocent! Of course, the world is filled with wolves. I'm not saying you should carelessly believe everyone. But if you're gonna conclude that someone's guilty, you better have some perfect evidence! Once you do, don't go around accusing them based on speculation!
That's...
I was the one who brought it up. There is no smoke without fire. That was careless of me. I apologize.
Butler-sama.
What wonderful reasoning, Battlegun. Thank you too, Kura-san. Because of what you remembered, Canon-kun's been cleared from suspicion.
No way.
Clap, clap, clap. It was the crisp sound of the witch applauding.
Well done, well done. Not a bad job.
Crap. I've over that bait piece just like you wanted.
You magnificently proved that Canon at least couldn't lock the door to this room. The servants should all have had master keys. With that as proof, Canon was treated as the culprit, but you've at least managed to clear away that suspicion. Brava!
In that case, how did the culprit who killed Jessica lock the door? That's the problem we have now. I get drawn exactly the flow you wanted.
I got you, didn't I? Furthermore, you said something outrageous about not doubting any of the other servants. Well then, I can't wait to see how you try to smooth that over.
Shut up. Let's start right away. I'll just deny it anyway, but first, we've read the definition of this room as a closed room.
Very well. First, there are absolutely no types of hidden doors. Just keep that in mind. This door is the only way in or out. The only way to lock this door is with Jessica's key or the master keys, only one of which is held by each servant. It is on the second floor, but it is possibly possible to enter or leave through the window. However, the window is locked from the inside.
I can spin the chessboard around already. Not about arguing about the door and the lock, it'll probably be stuck dancing on the palm of your hand.
Oh, I would enjoy that. Do as you like. Well then, what should I repeat?
Repeat it. Cannon-kun was killed in this room.
Very well. Cannon-kun was killed in this room.
Cannon is now officially dead. There was no corpse, but he is dead. The witch declared it in red. See, without a corpse, his death was incontrovertible. Incontrovertible. Yeah.
Yo, rest in peace, best boy.
But I erased his corpse with magic. Right.
Again, repeat it. Cannon-kun's corpse is in this room.
I refuse. I can't repeat it. Because I erased the corpse with magic. Silly boy.
Figures you wouldn't say that. Gotta be a secret hidden in there somewhere. Damn. Where's this mysterious point I gotta find? Lock without a master key. They somehow kill those two while they were inside the room and it was locked. They kill those two and then somehow escape. I hate to say it, but I'll have to cover up the moat first. Repeat it. Last time it was locked, it was due to a master key.
I also refuse that.
This refusing thing was really vague. I don't know if you refuse because it's impossible to repeat, whether you can repeat and you're refusing it on purpose.
Back when discussing the lock to the chapel, you completely turned the tables on me. Not that I would admire it, but still. When I have an advantage, there's no need to go out of my way to use red when it might be risky. That's all it is.
I guess that makes sense. Originally, the point of this red was to counter my strange theories.
Naturally, I'll use it in a way that works to my advantage. Now that I know I've got nothing to worry about you twisting it around anymore, I won't use it pointlessly. Well then, what move will you use next? I'm eager. I imagine a move placing suspicion on Goda or Kumasawa-san would be the easiest, yes?
Damn. This is leading me by the nose and it's pissing me off. Be quiet a bit. I'm thinking.
Of course. This door is the same as the chapel. When locked, it does not permit any form of entry or exit. I'll say more. No trick could have the effect of locking the door from the outside without using a key.
Even if I was using red when I don't ask for it. I'm gonna step back to square one. For now, I've just gotta think. I'll lay out everything I know. First, there are two victims. Jessica and Cannon-kun. Cannon-kun's corpse isn't here. We just admitted in red that Cannon-kun was killed. Without a corpse, he's included as a victim. There are a few questionable points. Depending on which I focus on, my line of thought changes a lot. First, after the culprit committed the murder in this room, they lock it. So we assume the culprit's someone with a master key. It's extremely simple. I'd like to avoid that if we can. I'd suspect Goda-san or Kumasawa-san. Maybe even Shan-Shan and Genji-san. Here, I noticed something. I was contradicting myself. I was strangling my own neck. I want to deny Beatrice no matter what. I want to erase the existence of that brutal, fickle, ridiculous witch. I have to explain everything with me with humans, not magic. It means suspecting someone human. I don't want to suspect anyone. Of course, if there's some clear proof, I'll have to believe that the person in question is the culprit. If that happens, I don't want to suspect people. I'm just naive. I just doesn't want to have my feelings betrayed when their feelings tell me that the person at least could never commit murder. I want to deny that a witch did it. I just want to deny that a human did it. I don't even know what I'm doing right now.
In the first place, the only victory condition in our game was whether or not you could deny my existence. No matter how many times I seem to repeat that, it never gets stuck in your head. Even though that alone put you at a disadvantage, you've increased the number of victory conditions all by yourself, making your own victory harder.
It's just as she says. I just argued that someone with a master key did it. This closed room can be broken easily. However, the number of keys that can open this door are limited. There's clearly known who has them. And the argument means I'd be suspecting someone I know well. In fact, have I just been averting my eyes from the truth? Even while attacking the closed room trick in this chapel, it was exhilarating to destroy. I proposed that someone stole the key from Maria's handbag and returned it. Theory is right, and the question becomes who could have stolen the key from her handbag. This handbag was probably most unguarded when she slept. In that case, listen to me. George Aniki and Jessica are also suspects. So George Aniki or Jessica is the culprit? Maybe an accomplice. All of our parents have been killed, right? And yet, one of us consented to that and assisted with the crime? We lamented and mourned, shed tears together in the chapel. And yet, one among us was lying?
That theory of yours about taking the key out of the handbag and putting it back cast a pronounced suspicion on the cousins, did it not? And despite that, you acted like you didn't even notice. Announcing a theory like that so happily.
Damn it! Doesn't guarantee that one of the family of the servants is the culprit. You snuck up on us while hiding in a cardboard box, for example. Good chance that you could have slunk into a room while we were fast asleep and stolen the key, right?
Perhaps that will do for that situation. It's already turning into Metal Gear in here. By suspecting the guest, the 19th person, you won't have to suspect the other. In that case, how was Jessica's room locked? Riddle me this, bad for that. It's no trouble at all for me to open the lock with magic, but of course I don't have a master key. If you deny my magic, you also have to deny that I'm a suspect, correct? So, in other words, that means suspecting one of the 18.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for the help. Managed to sort things out a bit. The goal's to figure out how the 19th person, the human guest Beatrice, committed the crimes. If I do that, I won't suspect anyone.
If you can do that? Oh, foolish man. This wasn't a closed room from the beginning. After all, there were a total of 6 keys that can open it. And several people possessed such keys. You can suspect any of them. Suspect as much as you like. But you went to all the trouble of denying all of them, making it a closed room yourself. Ha! Understand? Kangaete, Batora. Kangae! This is a closed room born from your mental contradiction. You and no one else sealed that door.
Trying to say that I've got 2 options. That a witch opened it with magic. Or that someone I know is the culprit. Damn. Are you trying to fork the rook?
I just wanted to show you that moves such as this can exist as well. Forgive me if I want to help you increase your chess repertoire. So, what will you do? Ushiro Miyabatora! Is it actually simple? Don't you just have to make sacrifices of that overly self-confident cook and that hag who wouldn't be a loss if she died?
Damn it! I suspect Goda-san and Kumasawa-san. Everything will be fine. It's useless! I can't think of Goda-san as the culprit. I can't think of Kumasawa-san as the culprit either. But I won't accept you. No matter what.
In that case, they'd have to enter the room without using magic or a master key. Kill Jessica and Cannon, and even erase Cannon's corpse without using magic. Try to figure that one out, smart guy. How could it be done? I'm dying to hear. How could it be done so that you can deny me while still not suspecting anyone else?
I resign.
Huh? Falcon, what did you say?
I give up. Able to prove that Kanekun couldn't have locked the door. That doesn't mean I managed to figure out who killed Jessica.
No, that's more than enough. For Kanonkun's sake. Thank you very much.
No need to thank me. That probably means you're under suspicion too, Shan-chan.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Aunt Rosa. Like I wanted to resist you. Trying to die. Find Dad and the rest's true enemy. I'm saying sorry for saying something that wasn't cooperative.
No, it's okay. I was also a little rash. Let's make up. As an aunt and nephew, we need to stay on good terms. Right?
Rosa shifted the gun to one hand and held out her other. I reached out. For the time being, we shook hands. Rosa's gaze was sharp. To deny the witch, she would sacrifice anyone. That's what her eyes told me. Me? Denied the witch. Wasn't prepared to lose anything. The other one who seemed to be fighting the most. Yet, was most separated from reality. That's where we gotta stop for the night.
Yeah, it's getting late.
I need a drink of water.
Oh boy.
That was an interesting chapter.
Snap back to the future. Is it future? No, it's present. Fuck it.
Look, the present is a gift.
This is the present past, so
Alright,
I'm gonna
Shit your whole ass.
I'm gonna just say this right now. Hey, you don't feel like sticking around any longer, we're going to be doing a proscript discussion for what we've read thus far. However, with the new rules and limits set in place, it'll be exactly 30 minutes starting at midnight my time, so in like less than a minute.
That's perfectly fine.
Those of you gonna stick around, hey, that's cool. Don't, hey, please consider following me so I can stop chilling as much. We're like 3 away from a major goal, and I'd really appreciate it. Alrighty then. Alright, midnight, we have 30 minutes, let's go.
Alright. I can't be the only one thinking that Beatrice is seriously getting off on all of this, am I?
No, she seems like it.
Not one bit.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that was obvious by, like, the shit-eating grins that was in, like, the sprite.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a sec, I'm trying to fiddle with my pop filter. Damn.
See ya, Charlie.
Yeah, Shelly.
Charlie will be, leaving for now.
Adios.
See ya.
Most of y'all don't work, you get to stay up enough. It is what it is.
Also, I can't believe I'm gonna go ahead and say this, but I actually trust Natsuhi with a gun a lot more than Rosa.
I mean, Rosa
Yeah, I
hits
would believe
children.
that.
Well,
At least Natsui had a reason to be like distrustful, and she probably had experience with a gun. Rosa, on the other hand, I don't trust her because of multiple reasons.
Mostly, her emotional stability is a little less than standard. Natsuhi's was understandable at that time, and mostly because of the headache. But Rosa? She's a ticking time bomb.
I fear she might shoot somebody at a certain point by accident.
I would not put it past her to do that.
I have a feeling she's just gonna shoot Maria out of spite.
Why? What is up with you and shooting Maria today, man?
No, I just have, just she hates her daughter.
I
don't think that.
As I, she has, like, hit her daughter, but she has said multiple times, "I'm sorry for being a bad mother," and, like, I shouldn't be, like, despite it not being, like, an excuse and all
She does love
that.
and care about Maria. The problem is her anger is the issue. Wait, I just went and... Fuck, I talked myself in a circle. The problem is her anger.
Okay, let's get back to the actual premise of this chapter.
Crimson, please. Yeah, but I do have a feeling that Rosa's gonna go postal at some point in chapter 2.
I honestly wouldn't put it past her. With Natsuhi, she could actually walk herself back, because she still has composure. With Rosa, just one bad moment, and I really hope that snap was detected by my mic. Was it?
It
was. It was not.
Oh, god damn it. First the
Maybe
mouse
turn off
squeak, and now the snap.
Maybe turn off the noise filtering.
I don't know.
I mean, does she have that?
Also, Robo called it super early in the notes. You really did. You called it like an hour before Rosa even said anything.
I could fucking see it.
Wait, what did he call it?
Oh fuck, they're gonna think Cannon is the killer because Jessica's body is there and he isn't. And that
kinda
is
had that
exactly
feeling,
the
too.
kind of thought processes that they went. Also, this actually throws a little bit of something into your own theory, Bard. I mean, Bone. Crap. There's 2 bards in here.
Yeah, the other one doesn't talk much.
I know. Sorry about that. One of those gold ingots literally weighs 22 pounds. How can you sleight of hand something that's 22 pounds?
Or carry something, because I can tell from lifting stuff. You can definitely
You
tell
maybe
from
hide it?
pounds from lifting it.
Maybe hiding of someone
Hide
else?
a 22-pound item. Regardless. Actually, she had 2 of them, so that's 44 pounds. How do you hide 44 pounds on your body?
I would like to ask, has there
Don't
been
say
anything to give away the idea that there isn't more than just 19 people on the island?
Well, I mean, those girls that appeared and then didn't.
It's like, it's totally possible there might be more people in here.
Unless they don't count as people. Man, that's fucked up to say.
But, like, who's to say Beatrice doesn't have, the human Beatrice did not have helpers?
Has anyone confirmed her physically being there after the murders?
Who?
Beatrice.
No?
She disappeared after the murders. No one knows where she's at.
I think it's obvious what she's doing. She's bouncing back and forth between the island and... Wait. No, I actually think I know where she is. Remember? That golden butterfly that landed on Rose's back.
So you're saying Beatrice is literally piggybacking on Rosa?
No, I'm saying she went into the study. Kinzo's study. And the butterfly was on her back.
Oh, fuck. Maybe that's how she's gonna...
Oh, that's how that
Maybe that's how
happened.
she's gonna clap Kinzo.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain. After this, they're gonna find Kinzo charbroiled on rare. Ow!
More like...
Or a different type of murder.
Wait, did we see Kinzo in this one? Because, I had to step away for a second to do something, so I wasn't sure I missed something.
No, not during the whole murder part of the thing.
Alright, cool.
At the beginning of the 5th day, it began with Kinzo waking up.
Yep. So as of right now, we can conclude he's alive.
Well, let me rephrase
But
that.
I'm-
October 5th, not the 5th day.
Yeah, there you go. So we know or can assume that he's alive as of right now, but I'm postulating that maybe Beatrice actually piggybacked off Rosa, somehow got into Kinzo's study since the last time she tried to open the door she burnt her hands, and is officially killing Kinzo.
How did she burn her hand? Oh wait, you mean, I thought you meant Beatrice burned her hands.
Yeah, she hates the
I thought you meant that Rosa burnt her hands.
Also,
I'm
you
talking
can
about-
break a seal by, entering a door.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's been shown, most of his kids are spiritually numb.
So, Bone, do you have anything anti-magical when it comes to these series? Anything to counter what's been presented so far?
Alright, so... Let's go over the door stuff again. There's no types of hidden doors. There's, every servant has a master key, right? Is it possible that a person could have grabbed one of their keys at any point?
Could be, but no one has clarified that they still have their keys yet.
Nobody's also clarified that they didn't put it down anywhere, right?
The only one that we know for sure is Cannon being on Jessica's body.
Is it potential that somebody snatched one of the other master keys?
Like who?
Who knows?
Like Goda or the other one. We're not for sure.
The idea is that we don't need to prove who did it, as long as we prove that a non-magical solution happened, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So, is it possible is there anything defying the idea that somebody didn't snatch one of the other master keys?
No.
No one has proven. No one has proven that yet. Like for example, we don't know where Goda's, Kimasama, and the other two's keys are at. They just said they have them currently at the time.
Okay, wait. So the ones currently, well, yeah, they might have put it down at some point. Who knows? So that's a potential that they just grab one of the other ones.
Okay. What if it was just the possibility that they all had theirs on them at that same time? Who didn't have theirs was Cannon, because Jessica had it.
I don't say that.
Right. Sorry, I need to kind of go over the chronology of the events in my head. Here, wait, so I'll just ask, like, there is a possibility that one of their keys got snatched, right?
Possibility is still there.
Because my time...
exists, but I doubt that's something that could happen.
Hey, as long as you can use it to argue.
That being said, was it just me or was Goda really, really trying hard to pass the buck during all that?
Yeah, he kind of seems like he knew something,
Goda
but
seems like the type of person that would do that, honestly.
No, it just further confirms that Goda is a piece of shit.
I mean, like,
He's more of a coward.
As I said, if you get accused of like murdering someone, you're gonna be like, "Yo, that wasn't me."
Yeah, there's always two types of defensive personalities when they get accused of something. Goda's more like, I'm a coward. I don't want to be even known to be near this situation.
Other than that, there's not really much that I could go ahead and say happened in this chapter, and I'm not really thinking of any other theories or anything.
It could also be just one of the servants did it, right?
Could be.
Do they all have one? Do they all have an alibi?
Shannon and Genji were with Goda, with Kenzo.
Because
yeah.
Shannon was dictating because he was dictating his will. Shannon was writing it down, and Genji was a witness.
Okay, so during that time they were with Kinzo, so that would leave Kumasawa without an alibi, and wait, who else?
Goda.
It was Kumasawa-san and Goda that didn't have alibi.
All right, so yeah, one of them might have went inside.
Also,
it's confusing because we saw what happened, right?
We might have seen what happened.
Did not
The
have
magical
an alibi.
reasoning.
But then again, the dead can't speak for themselves.
I was gonna say once again, canon kind of doesn't have an alibi right now.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, so
Interesting how he keeps getting the shaft.
non-magic theory, the Kumasawa or Goda did it, I guess.
Something I did notice though. Kumasawa-san said that she, beforehand, when she was talking about the gold legend from Kraus, that she doesn't listen in on people's conversations. Obviously, suspicious denial. And as we saw, she loves to lurk in hallways.
She totally listens in on people all the time.
Exactly. And Kumasawa-san's ears may be daft and she may be getting older, but that doesn't stop her from actually listening on to every single thing people are saying half the time. What if there's something more that Kumasawa-san knows that we're not getting here?
I always wonder why she's always on that island. Out of everyone, she kind of has a weird reason to be on that island all the time. I always had that about her.
What's weird about being on the island? It's her job.
Yeah, but out of anyone, out of all the servants, she's kind of the one kind of like, she's just there. I'm just saying.
Yeah, she probably just pays good, probably. Maybe likes the people.
If you'll recall, Shannon even admitted that if she could retire from the island, she'd be well off for the rest of her life. That's how good that pay rate is. But she chooses
for a couple of years.
Maybe she's also looking for the gold. Well, then again, maybe she doesn't really have that much of a motive to, but unless she's more greedy than she looks.
I honestly don't think that's it.
She could have an ulterior motive that we don't know about.
Like what?
I don't know. We don't know yet.
It could also be possible she just likes the people there.
Yeah, that would actually make it more likely.
In a sense, we don't know a lot about Kumasawa, do we?
No.
Yeah.
And that's what's bugging me.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. At least with Goda, we kind of know that he was hired because he was a former, worker of a fancy hotel that he just got fired from, and Kraus just hired him.
Oh, Kraus hired him?
Yeah, Kraus hired him because he was one of those head maitre d's of the hotel he was working in until he got fired for some weird reason that we don't even know about.
Also, it turns out I was wrong on what I originally had in mind for all of this. The woven sheet puzzle. That's actually something really interesting to bring up here.
Yeah, somebody posted a link on that on the Discord chat.
I had to take a look at it again to refresh my memory of it from whenever I was in challenge class. It's been years. If I was reading the article on their right... Yeah, for a second there I thought it was the chicken and fox puzzle, which is a different one. It's a logic puzzle of the same, but this one is like logic checkers. You already have set sheep on the board. Either in groups of 3, groups of 2, what have you. Your goal is to put the wolves on there, so that way... Or was it the other way around? Right. The wolves are already on there. It's your job to keep the sheep safe. It can't be in the same row or the same column as the wolf. So essentially, you're trying to protect the sheep by keeping them out of the line of sight of the wolf. Pretty interesting for Rosa to bring something like that up. And at the same time, though, my horror senses are going, it's good that you're keeping everybody together, but I can't help but feel like this is going to go ahead and turn into something bad later on.
Anything else?
You
what?
guys good?
Yeah. I'm just
It
waiting
wasn't
for
that much
somebody
in
else
this
to go ahead
episode.
and postulate some ideas.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
Because I don't have much to talk about, then I guess we can just end it here.
Yeah, like, most of what happened was just the murder stuff, and it's like, well, we got through
What
it.
also happened was the logic battle between Battler and Beatrice. Which, once again, I am getting very much into the role of Beatrice over here.
Oh, I can tell.
Yeah, there wasn't that much besides that Jafiri craft around that.
And even then, it was just another locked room puzzle.
Technically not a clothes room.
Neither way.
I mean, it was a closed room too, wasn't it?
No,
It
the way
was,
she phrased
but
it after
only
it
when
would.
Battler said it. Itchy ankle, itchy leg. But yeah, that's all I can think of to talk about this time.
Alright then.
Okay. Well, for all of
Alright.
Thank you all very much for watching.
Yep.
Next time.
Hopefully something exciting will happen next time.
I mean, this was pretty exciting.
That was pretty exciting. What the fuck?
Yes, it was, but
Bitch
it's
with
like
a
just
gun.
been simple for the concept of this aftertalk.
I'm talking about murder!
Bitch with a gun,
Yeah.
too.
The Red Truth got
I
mentioned.
can't believe the child abuser has the gun.
Yeah, I'm scared of her
Okay,
now.
good night, everybody.